DC Comics needs to stop copying Marvel. Now, this mostly applies to the DC movies at the moment. For example, I watched Blue Beetle recently, and that just felt like a Marvel film. The comedy in it was very meta. It applied to a more younger audience. There was a lot of inside jokes. It kind of mocked itself, which a lot of these movies do now. It just kind of takes the mick out of itself, doesn't take itself seriously at all. And I've noticed it with the Shazam movies as well, and Aquaman movie did it a lot. The Joss Whedon Justice League as well. There's a lot of comedy in these sort of films that felt very Marvel-esque. And the thing is, a lot of these new Marvel films, they're not doing well. In fact, they're kind of annoying how they don't take themselves seriously. You know, you can't get immersed in stories like this. I'm a fan of both Marvel and DC comics, but the reason I like both comics isn't because they're similar, it's because they are very different in tone. You know, Marvel is always more of a fun action adventure aimed slightly at a younger audience, where DC, a lot of the best DC comics are a lot grittier. And that applied to the films as well, such as The Dark Knight. Matt Reeves' Batman was quite gritty and dark. Joker 2019, starring Joaquin Phoenix, has to be one of my personal favourite DC films. Now, I love how dark and gritty these films are. They are so much better than the obvious MCU typical Iron Man 4 films that we're getting nowadays. They were just so groundbreaking and gritty and dark. And I even love the Tim Burton Batman movies from the 80s. So, you know, DC was known for having a lot of darker heroes and themes and stuff like that. And I really want to see more dark DC movies. And I'm kind of getting sick of these sort of like Marvel movies that take the mick out of themselves, that are more for a child audience. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I like a fun action-adventure superhero story that is easygoing. But I also like a dark superhero story, such as Kick-Ass or The Watchmen or The Boys even, you know. And DC used to be quite dark and gritty like that. And I really want to see more dark and gritty DC films. But a lot of them are really trying to copy the MCU, and I really don't think they should. I would prefer it if they did their own thing and tried to be better than the MCU. All of these silly jokes they're putting in now, it just doesn't work. And I want to see more variety in the superhero movie genre.